Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So the other day you probably saw my trip to Waterstones and the Cancer Research UK superstore in Dundee. Today I am bringing you the haul of books that I bought that day, and there's lots. So without much further ado, let's get into the books. So the first one that I picked up in the Cancer Research UK superstore was Eric and Ernie, the autobiography of Morecambe and Wise. I don't know why. It was there and I thought, why not? Yeah, classic BBC comedy duo from the 1960s and 70s, and I think into the 80s. I might be wrong, but yeah. A superstar partnership. One is an idiot, but the other is a bigger idiot, trying harder not to show it, has provided a smash bestseller, says Ernie. It is a story about failure and insults and suffering, and the rest is about me. This incredible success story has been in the pipeline for years. Where it belongs, says Ernie. Or was it Eric? And has already been hailed as a creative breakthrough because it was all done on tape, across Ernie's mouth. Nice one, Eric. Whatever the method, and they were up till 2 or 3 in the afternoon to finish it. Morecambe and Wise have produced, in their own immortal words, another millstone in English literature, definitely part of our hermitage. A bestseller, this life story salted with wisecracks and more cam cracks. Okay, and that's the Daily Express that said that. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but anyway, that sounds really funny. And yeah, again, I don't know why I picked it up, but I did. So there we go. So the next one I picked up, I do know why. I have several editions of this, but whenever I see an edition that I don't have, I just pick it up. This is the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. These are a collection of Persian poetry, which is just, they're gorgeous. I think Omar Khayyam was an astrologer in Persia, and he is very famous for his quatrains, which are these sort of short poems, and they are always very gorgeously redone in sort of calligraphy type writing, and this one isn't an illustrated edition. I do have several of those, but there is a gorgeous illustration on the frontispiece there. It's just beautiful and I love it. I've read several editions of this and they're pretty much all the same, but they're just really gorgeous, and whenever I see one I have to pick it up. So the next one that I picked up was this. It is The Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel. Now, my husband Duncan read this maybe a year or 2 ago and said that it was very, very good and that I should pick it up. And it's been on my mind ever since, that whenever I see it in a charity shop, I will pick it up. And this is the first time that I have actually seen it. So yeah, I picked it up and we'll hopefully get to it at some point in the future. Beautiful, rich, mysterious. The Roanoke girls seem to have it all, but there's a dark truth about them that's never spoken. Every girl either runs away or dies. Lane is one of the lucky ones. When she was 15, over one long hot summer at her grandparents' estate in rural Kansas, she found out what it really means to be a Roanoke girl. Lane ran far and fast, until 10 years later when her cousin Allegra goes missing and Lane has no choice but to go back. She is a Roanoke girl. Is she strong enough to escape a second time? It sounds very good. It's a provocative thriller, says the Telegraph. So yeah, we'll see what that holds in store at some point soonish. I believe I have this in a bind up of other books, but whenever I see anything by this author in a cover or an edition that I don't have, I snap it up. So this is Roald Dahl's Revolting Rhymes with illustrations by Quentin Blake. They're both a match made in heaven, and I love anything that they do. Sixth of the best known nursery tales retold with some extremely surprising twists by that master of the comic and the blood curdling, Roald Dahl. And yeah, some of the illustrations, I won't show you that one because as a vegetarian that slightly offends me. Just things like this. I love anything Roald Dahl and Quentin Blake. So I had to pick it up. The next thing I actually picked up on the way into town, so I popped into a Bernardo's charity shop, and this was a book that said that all publisher profits go to Bernardo's, so Bernardo's believe in children. It's a children's charity, and this book really appealed to me. So it's brand new stock in the charity shop, it wasn't secondhand, and this is Letters from Lockdown. Famous faces, frontline workers and stay-at-home heroes reflect on the year everything changed, and this is introduced by Natasha Kaplinski and her children, Arlo and Kika. This is basically just a collection of letters from famous people, frontline workers, doctors, lots of people. I shall read out some names. So we've got Al Gore, we have Anushka Gupta, Bear Grylls, we have Buckingham Palace, we have Bruno Tonioli, let's see who else, Cressida Cowell, Davina McCall, Ed Balls, Ed Sheeran, Helena Bonham Carter, HRH, the Duchess of Cornwall, Hugh Fernley Whittingstall, Joan Collins, let's see who else, Lenny Henry, Kelly Holmes, Malala Yousafzai, who else, Mark Ronson, Mary Berry, Matt Lucas, Mo Farah, Nicola Adams, not sure who that is, Paul McCartney, anyone else I recognise? No, I don't recognise anyone else's name. Oh, Tim Peake. So yeah, letters from lockdown from lots of different people. I love the books like this that have come from lockdown and the COVID-19 pandemic, because it kind of makes you realise that you weren't going through it alone. Clearly, there were people that had the same experiences that you did. Yeah, so I look forward to getting to this. So the next three books I'm going to show you are from Waterstones, and the third one will be the one that I pre-ordered. But of course, you can't go to a bookshop and not buy other books. So yeah, the first one that I have to show you is this. This is The Bewitching of Evelyn Jones by Phil Hicks. I have the first book. It's up on that shelf up there somewhere. I have not read it, but when I saw this, it had spooky vibes and I had to get it. So yeah, turn on your torches and join Evelyn Jones. Evelyn is thrilled when she discovers that the holiday cottage her mum has rented for the summer is beside a stone circle. Thousands of years old, the local villagers refer to the ancient structure as the Witchstones, and Evelyn cannot wait to learn more about them. Then Evelyn meets Hazel, impossibly cool, mysterious yet friendly. Evelyn soon falls under Hazel's spell. In fact, Hazel is quite unlike anyone Evelyn has ever met before. But she can't work out why. Will Evelyn discover the truth about Hazel before it's too late? I think this is like a middle grade, but I don't care, I'm there for it. And yeah, the front cover art just is so up my street, and I think it's fab. So the second one, I think I have this book again in like a bind up elsewhere, but when I saw this I couldn't not, because I just loved how it looked. This is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, collected by Alvin Schwartz and illustrated by Brett Helquist. This just gives off such spooky Halloween vibes, and I am totally there for it. Are you brave enough for scary stories? Some boys and girls were at a party one night. There was a graveyard down the street, and they were talking about how scary it was. Don't ever stand on a grave after dark, one of the boys said. The person inside will grab you. grave doesn't scare me, said one of the girls. I'll do it right now. Welcome to the macabre world of scary stories. Inside you'll find alarming tales of horror, dark revenge, and the supernatural, with spine-tingling illustrations by renowned artist Brett Helquist. Let's get some spooky pictures. Okay, yeah, that's probably one of the spookiest. So it's a group of people in a lift, and I'm so there for the spooky vibes that this book is giving off. Can't wait to get to this. So the book that I actually went to collect, it was a pre-order, and I'm obsessed with this book. I cannot wait to read it. It is called Reprieve, and this is the Waterstones exclusive, and it has stenciled page edges, and I'm about to show you. Oh, how Halloween is that? How spooky is that? I just love it, and it kind of goes with the envelope here that has the blood trail, but I just think that is fabulous. This also sounds very, very good, but the end papers look like that as well. It's about an escape room. On the 27th of April 1997, 4 contestants make it to the final cell of the Quigley House, a full-contact haunted escape room made famous for its monstrosities. If the group can endure its horrors without shouting the safe word, reprieve, they'll walk away with $60,000, joining the only other group in the house's long history to have won. But before they can complete the challenge, a man breaks into the cell and kills one of the contestants. Those who were present on that fateful night lend their points of view. Kendra Brown, a teenager uprooted from her childhood home after the loss of her father. Leonard Granton, a hotel manager caught in a series of toxic entanglements. And J.D. Charonsuk, an international student who came to the US in search of his former English teacher. As each character's journey unfurls, deceit and misunderstandings, fueled by obsession and prejudice, are revealed, forcing all to reckon with the ways in which their beliefs and actions contributed to a horrifying catastrophe. A startlingly soulful exploration of complicity and masquerade, Reprieve confines the psychological tension of classic horror with searing social criticism to present a chilling portrait of American life. I am so there for this book, and especially as it looks like that. It just gives the Halloween vibe, absolutely, positively, terrifyingly, and I love it. So yes, that is the end of my bookshop tour book haul. The previous video will be linked down below. If you want to check that out, that's great. Have you read any of these books? Do you have any of these books? What are you reading this spooky season? Please do let me know. But for now, I shall let you go. And I shall say thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe. And I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye-bye.